Okay. I don't even know how to start this story time because I can't believe I actually have to make it. But my wedding videographer ghosted me and I don't have a completed wedding video.
Sadly, she had to beg again and again just to receive anything. And that's unacceptable. You've paid for a service. You shouldn't have to chase, beg, or plead just to receive what you're owed. Hey loves, so in today's video, we're diving into a shocking story about a wedding videographer who ghosted a bride after the big day. Now, this isn't the first time I've heard stories like this, but this one really got to me. As someone who has seen too many of these horror stories online, I felt compelled to bring it to my community. Not just to unpack it, but to also share some few tips on how you can avoid rogue vendors like this. Our main characters in this story are Kylie, the bride, and Dylan Barayank, the wedding videographer behind Winding Way Film plus Photo. Take a look.
Okay. I don't even know how to start this story time because I can't believe I actually have to make it. And hopefully I don't get upset because right now I'm really just pissed. But my wedding videographer ghosted me and I don't have a completed wedding video. Mind you, my wedding was in August of 2024. So it is now going to be coming up on a year since my wedding.
It's honestly really sad. She said her wedding is coming up to 1 year and she still hasn't received her video. No couple should have to wait that long, but unfortunately I see this happen far too often. Some videographers take an unreasonably long time to deliver. And while I completely understand that editing a video takes a very long time, I edit my YouTube videos. Some of my videos, which are sometimes 15 to 30 minutes long, can take hours to edit. So I completely get that it's time consuming and detail heavy, but taking almost a year when you know that your clients are eagerly waiting, now that's unacceptable. I think what happens is that some videographers get so overbooked, so busy taking on new jobs, they never carve out enough time to sit down and edit properly. And the thing is, people want to watch these videos when the memories is still fresh, when they're all still excited about the day. Waiting a whole year, then the couple have probably moved on to another milestone in their marriage. It's just too long, and honestly, it's unfair. Whilst doing some digging into this videographer Dylan, on his website, he says this. So here, basically on this website, what we can see here is Dylan narrating towards his journey to becoming a wedding videographer. And I'm just going to take from this paragraph here. It says that in 2016, I left the biz and started my first company, Optimum Videography. After 7 years of success, the partner I hired on decided to go the volume route, while I decided to walk the path of quality over quantity. That's interesting, and we'll come back to that point later on. I founded Winding Way Film plus Photo in early 2023 to start a new adventure on my own and to remain unique rather than conforming to the template nearly every wedding videographer abides by. I limit myself to 20 weddings per year so that I do not have to outsource editing. This is very common now, unfortunately, and can guarantee the focus and attention that every couple's project deserves. Whether you prefer a slower paced romantic vibe or fast paced wild and fun aesthetic, or even a mix of the two, I can ensure that the vision you have to remember your special day matches the film you receive. So here we see him saying that he decided to walk the path of quality over quantity. But even with that, he's still unable to deliver quality to his customers. In actual fact, he's unable to deliver anything by the sounds of it. But let's get back into the video.
I don't even know how to explain this. I'm definitely gonna have to do this in parts. But I'll try and summarize this as quickly as I can. I didn't think I was gonna be able to spend the money on a videographer. And I decided that I just need to go for it because I really, really, really wanted to prioritizing photos and videos of my wedding. All I wanted was to have these memories of all the people I love at the best day of my life. And so I committed to it. I found a videographer who had just done someone I know's wedding, and it looked beautiful. I was very picky with my vendors. I had a vision. I wanted to stick to it. If I was going to spend the money, it was going to be exactly what I wanted. And this vendor fit that to a T. It was Winding Way Videography. His name is Dylan, who runs it. He seemed so sweet, so nice, and everything was so smooth planning wise. I was pretty simple. I knew what I wanted. Nothing crazy.
This story is especially heartbreaking because from the beginning, Carly mentions that she didn't even have the money for a videographer. But it was something she really wanted. It was something she valued. So she found a way to make it work. She scraped the funds together and she booked the vendor. Now, as we all know, weddings can come with a long list of expenses, and often couples have to prioritize and decide where to cut back. Videography is sometimes one of those areas that you weigh up the cost and think, do I really need to spend this much on video? But then having a professional film your big day is such a beautiful thing. It's a memory you get to relive for years, and so she went ahead with it. And she did what most of us will do. She chose someone who had filmed her friend's wedding. There's a certain reassurance that comes from knowing that the vendor has delivered for someone you trust. She had no reason to believe that he wouldn't come through for her.
I bought a larger package, so I should have had a full, almost 20-minute long video, full raw footage of my vows. I should have had a highlight video for social media because I was really looking forward to featuring all my vendors and all these people, including the videographer, on my social media. And the highlight video was supposed to be like immediately after the wedding so that I could post it while I waited for the full video. Full video was supposed to be like a couple months after the wedding. I had to beg over email time and time again to get anything from my video and did not receive anything until I believe it was January or February. And what I received was not 20 minutes long, had music over it that I had never even been asked about. I was assuming that we would use music that I probably used for my wedding, either me walking down the aisle, my first dance, anything. Was never asked about it, so random music put over it. There's 2 camera angles during my vows, so you would think there's always a good angle. Like if my photographer's in the way of one shot, you would use the other camera. There's like 30 seconds of my photographer standing directly in front of the camera, and you cannot see me or my husband during our ceremony. We're missing, I dedicated a dance to my deceased father, and that was one of the most important moments of the day for me, and I said that. Not a single second of it is in there. Of course, now I'm gonna get upset. So many like little moments that aren't in there.
Sadly, she had to beg again and again just to receive anything. And that's unacceptable. You've paid for a service. You shouldn't have to chase, beg, or plead just to receive what you're owed. And when she finally got something, it was around January or February. But remember, like she said, she got married in August 2024. So that's like 5-6 months after she got married. And she was initially meant to receive a highlight video immediately after the wedding, maybe a day or 2 after the wedding. Just a short summary of the day, a teaser of what the full video will look like. Something to watch, post on socials, something to share with family and friends who couldn't attend. It's meant to feed into the excitement of the moment and not arrive when the buzz is long gone. And when she finally received it, the quality was awful. So she waited 5-6 months just to receive something that's awful. What's the point of the wait? The shots were poorly captured. She said at one point her photographer was standing in front of the camera for a full 30 seconds. You couldn't even see the bride and the groom. That's something that the videographer should have edited out. She said he had 2 angles to work with, yet somehow the most important parts weren't covered properly. It's just frustrating when you've put your trust in someone, especially for a once-in-a-lifetime moment. You expect a basic level of professionalism, and this wasn't it. The most painful part of this is that Kylie dedicated a dance to her late father. A deeply personal moment, and guess what? That wasn't captured at all. She had emphasized to Dylan, the videographer, just how important that moment was to her. Imagine the pain of losing someone, dedicating a dance in their memory on your special day, and then discovering the moment wasn't even filmed. Ugh, that's not just poor service, that's a total lack of care and attention. And guys, you want to hear his excuse for this? Take a look. And guys, if you're still here, thank you. Please hit the subscribe button and join this wonderful community. Let's get back into it.
So after I finally received that video, I watched it and I was kind of disappointed, but I was trying to stay positive because I really didn't want a crazy detailed video. I then sent him like my edits, and he had said when he sent the video, he said that he wanted to add some more video to it. He might want to make some more edits. And at the time, he told me he was going through a divorce with his wife, which is horrible. I mean, I literally cried for this vendor. And I told him to take all the time he needed because I know he also has children. And that is terrible to go through. And I pray to God that he was not making that up as a story as to why he was late delivering. Because that would be even worse. But I told him to take all the time he needed. At least I had some kind of video to watch. There's also an error message across the entire screen in like bright blue at 2 different points, including my first dance during the video. He told me he would also deliver the highlight video the next day. Never received that. And since that day, that was the last time I ever had contact with him. So I haven't spoken to him since January, February, when I got my not completed video.
So he tells her he's going through a divorce, and she responds, okay, that's fine, take your time. But honestly, those are probably not the words you want to say to someone who has already taken too much time. Still, she was being understanding and gave him grace. She even cried for this guy, telling him to get back to her when he could. Whilst going through the comment section, I came across this comment from a videographer in the UK, and this comment really stood out to me. And he said this wedding videographer in the UK here. I went through a divorce during 2023, and not once did I let it trickle down to my work, nor did I feel the need to let my clients know. It was tough, but it's no excuse. Sorry you've had this experience. A disappointed client is my worst nightmare. And guys, I couldn't agree more. At the end of the day, you're a vendor. You've accepted someone's money to provide a service. Whatever you may be going through personally, it's your responsibility to deliver that service and to deliver it on time so that you can deal with your personal matters afterwards. Clients should not have to carry the weight of your personal life. That's not fair.
I now discovered last night via Facebook when I was trying to look him up, because I'm now trying to harass him through email, trying to track down his phone number to try and get a hold of him. And I see on Facebook that he is doing this to all of his weddings from last year. All of them. There is several people who have not even gotten an inkling of a video, and he has ghosted everybody. He took everyone's money and cannot even give them an answer. Like, at this point, I just want my raw video. So I'm gonna wrap this up and do a part 2, because there's much more.
Now at this point, Kylie has discovered that she's not alone. This man has ghosted every single couple he filmed in 2024. This wasn't a one-off, it was a pattern. She's tried reaching out to him, but sadly, she hasn't been able to get hold of him at all. Guys, let's take some comments from this video. As someone in the industry, this makes me so angry. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Please sue him. Someone says, there's no freaking way. If you get the raw video, I'll be happy to edit it for you. I'm a wedding videographer. And she responds, oh my God, you are so sincerely sweet. I will keep that in mind. Thank you. Someone says, girl, it breaks my heart. He is such a manipulator. He did the same thing to me and his excuse was that him and Cody are just split. I didn't get half the footage he took and 0 drone footage. And she responds, the way I'm about to fight for you, me and all the other brides, I'm not taking it. Someone responds, girl, he's my videographer for my wedding this August. I'm freaking out. Imagine having booked this guy and then you're just seeing on socials all this blowing up. You will be nervous. And she says, no, you absolutely have to cancel ASAP and get back anything you can. He has been blocking all of us and made his business temporarily closed on Google. Oh, I did this morning, wouldn't refund me either. Someone says, cancel him immediately. I had him booked for June. So these are brides who have him booked for 2025. And they're all cancelling now. Guys, as Carly said, she actually posted a part 2 of her story. I'll have it up on screen for you. Unfortunately, there's no sound. I think what may have happened is that TikTok muted it, probably because of background music that wasn't cleared or flagged for copyright. It's honestly such a shame when that happens. But I went through the comments and from what people were saying, it looks like she was just explaining further about the whole situation. However, one comment in particular did stand out to me. Someone wrote, hi, I'm sorry this is happening to you. This is my former business partner, the same man who attacked me with a baseball bat after I confronted him about overdue wedding films in 2023. Yes, guys, I don't know whether you can see this. Remember when we were on his website? So this looks like his business partner, his former business partner that he talks about on his website. Let's just go back to his website. And if you remember here, it says, in 2016, I left the business and started my first company, Optimum Videography. After 7 years, here it is, guys. After 7 years of success, the partner I hired on decided to go the volume route, while I decided to walk the path of quality over quantity. I founded Winding Wave Film Plus Photo in early 2023 to start a new adventure on my own and to remain unique rather than conforming to the template nearly every wedding videographer abides by. I limit myself to 20 weddings per year. So he says he went his own separate ways from his business partner because the whole issue was over quality over quantity. But here, his business partner is saying that they parted ways in 2023 because he confronted him about overdue wedding films. So this isn't just a recent issue. This isn't a recent issue. This has been going on since 2023 before even Callie booked him. This behavior goes back to at least a year earlier. Former business owner confirmed that this is a long running pattern. He even offered to help Callie track him down. He went on to say something that I completely agree with. He says, the easy part is showing up and filming. The hard part is sitting down, editing and crafting a story out of the wedding day. And he's just too lazy and not skilled enough to do it. Oh, wow. That's coming from someone who works with this videographer. And honestly, I totally get what he's saying. As a YouTuber, I can tell you firsthand, filming is the easy part. It's the editing that takes the most effort. It's hours of rewatching, cutting and adding B-rolls, building a flow and making it all come together. And that's just for me, for one of my 15 to 30 minute videos. I can't even imagine the level of effort needed to properly edit a full wedding film. And so with all this going on, someone actually posted that Dylan had disabled comment section in his Instagram. So guys, Dylan the videographer finally responds. But we only found out because someone left a comment under Callie's post saying, update guys, he made a post claiming he has handled everything with everybody and that it was all a big lie and people were being dramatic. But of course, Callie claps back with a response video and honestly, I believe her. Take a look.
Well, it looks like another day, another update, because thanks to this lovely comment here, which, love this girl, because I'm blocked on everything, obviously, and so are all of the other brides that he supposedly got a hold of. But I'll get into that in a second. This lovely girl right here sent me the comments that he made a post about, saying apparently he handled everything with everybody, which would be the couples that I've been talking about, including myself. And I'm telling a big old lie, even though I have proof of everything, and I'm being dramatic. So, one, why would I ever make this video or any of these videos or try and help any of the couples like me if A, I didn't have proof, B, I didn't have a contract, and C, that legal contract wasn't met and I still haven't gotten any contact? I would love to have been able to just talk this out, but if I can't get a hold of you and it's almost coming up on my year anniversary of my wedding and I haven't had my contract fulfilled, what am I supposed to do? I was ghosted for months and I sent several emails because that is the way that we fully communicated. And I'm not going to contact someone's personal phone, blowing up their phone, like when I know they have a family and whatever, even if I'm annoyed. And I never got a single response. Now I know that other people haven't gotten any responses. And I also know now, after seeing the posts that he made, he has not contacted any of these couples. All these couples are still contacting me. I have not reached out to anybody regarding the situation. I've not asked anyone where he lives, what's his phone number. I have not asked anyone for any of their information. I have had people come to me with that information. So I also don't see where the dramatic is coming from, but it's not me. All I will say is real facts, because if I'm taking this the legal route, which unfortunately it looks like I'm going to, and other couples are going to have to, why would I make myself look bad? Why would I go into the dramatics and all this stuff? I'm only going to say things that are true and that I have proof of and that could be legally proven, because I'm not dumb. So, don't know where this is going from here, but I can tell you that all those comments he said that he's reached out to people, don't know who he's reached out to, because out of the 4 different couples that I have spoken to that I personally know and who I've just met through this situation, none of them have been contacted at all. And I also know of at least 2 people who have had to cancel their soon-to-be weddings with him because they've now found out that he's closed his business on Google. So I don't know how he would fulfill that to begin with, but they've now also lost their deposits and everything, which is fine if that's the contract, that it's like non-refundable deposit. Cool. Totally understand that. Get it. Like, that's a common thing with wedding vendors. But now there's people who've talked to me that have weddings in August, which is very soon, and now they don't have a videographer. So, and I can tell you that they also had to contact him multiple times to try and get a resolution or figure out what's going on, and they've ended up just having to cancel and take the loss on whatever money they have given him. And I can tell you that they also almost sent him over $1,000 the day that I was posting videos. So I'm going to keep talking about this until some kind of resolution comes about, because I would love nothing more for myself and these couples just to get our raw footage. I don't care about the money. I truly don't. I want my raw footage and I want the right to edit it. And I will then never speak of this situation again. I would be happy to never speak of this situation again. But this is where we're at.
So basically, he's now accusing Kylie of lying. There is no reason why she will come online and make all of this up. Her story is consistent. We know other couples have been affected. And even his former business partner has come forward confirming this behavior. This isn't just her words. It's a pattern. It's so unfortunate that now she's having to look into taking legal actions. I mean, when you book a vendor for your wedding, the last thing you ever expect is to end up in court just to receive the service you paid for. She worked hard to save that money. She made sacrifices to capture her wedding memories. And now it looks like she may never get them. And let's not forget that she and her husband are still in their first year of marriage. They'll mark 1 year in August. This should be a time filled with joy and celebration, not legal stress and chasing down a ghosted vendor. It's awful. Something that should have been so simple. Hire a professional, receive your footage, post a glowing review, is now a complete nightmare. Kylie says that other couples have come forward after her video saying that they booked Dylan too, tried to reach out to him and either couldn't get a response or had to cancel and they lost their deposit. In one case, a couple was about to send him $1,000 on the same day Kylie posted her video, but stopped just in time. This is exactly why videos like Kylie's are so important. It's not about dragging anyone, it's about protecting others. Rogue vendors like this need to be called out so that they do not keep taking advantage of people. This is people's hard-earned money. Imagine how much money this videographer would have taken from people since 2023. I mean, she paid $3,200. Imagine the amount of couples that would have paid around that much and not to have anything to show for it. $1,000, £1,000. That's no small money. That's no small amount. Many couples are spending their savings to fund these weddings. And for someone to just take that money and just vanish, it's just disgusting. It's predatory and it's nasty behavior. Another point worth highlighting is that Dylan claimed that he was going through a divorce and that's why he couldn't deliver on time. But let's do the maths. This was August 2024. If that truly affected him so badly, why is he still booking weddings for 2025? Why is he still accepting money from couples if he knows he's not in the right headspace to deliver? Why? She said at the time that she was still making the video, people were still trying to pay him. So clearly the business was still running. Yes, he's since taken it down from Google, but that was after Kylie's video went viral. Until then, he was actively taking bookings. So this whole I'm going through a divorce excuse, I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. At this point, Kylie isn't even asking for a refund. She just wants her raw footage. Because for her, it's not about the money anymore. It's about the memories. She said if she got the raw footage, she would let everything go. And I completely understand that. It's so frustrating to hear that people were losing their deposits because a contract was signed. He shut down his business, he disappeared, and now no one can reach him. These couples are just expected to accept the loss. That's not right. They should be getting refunds. Full stop. This man is a rogue vendor and I really hope Kylie gets justice. Not just for herself, but for every couple he's taking advantage of. Guys, since Kylie's video went viral, Dylan's Google listing now shows temporarily closed, indicating it's not in active operation. And guys, I looked into some more recent reviews on his business on Google, and here are some of the recent comments on there. This was posted a month ago and it says, my husband and I got married in October 2024. After multiple attempts to reach out to Dylan and threatening a lawyer, he finally sent us some video footage. We received our raw footage and a highlight video, although we were promised a 20-minute video of our day, which we never received. Dylan was unreachable for several months and made promises he could not keep. Oh, okay, this is from Kylie. I have been ghosted for months now by Dylan and I've had to take to social media to warn others. I am not the first he has done this to, which prompted me to begin posting after being happy to give him extensions and wait for past my contracted timeline. I have yet to receive all the videos I have a contract for, and the one I did receive has error codes across it and was told more videos should be added to it by Dylan himself. I, along with others, now have to take our claims to court to try to get our raw footage or money back. We all now are without footage from the most important day of our life and want what we paid for, or at least clear communication as to why a deadline is so far past its contracted date. Someone said, Dylan is the worst videographer. We got married in August of 2024 and I've completely been ghosted with no video. We are devastated. This was the best day of our lives, from our private vows to the first look with my son. We've tried reaching out on everything. We just want our video of our special day. Someone says, my husband and I hired Dylan to videograph our wedding in October 2024. Since that day, we have been ghosted. Zero communication. We have tried text, phone calls, personal and profession Facebook pages with no response. Dylan is extremely unprofessional and has taken away one of the most important keepsakes of the best day of our lives. I highly discourage anyone from booking with him. And guys, the negative review goes on and on. A client of mine hired winding way film and photo for their wedding videographer over 6 months later, and they have no video and are unable to contact them. Do not recommend. Guys, honestly, the negative review goes on and on and on. This entire situation is just so sad. It's not just about a wedding video, it's about trust, about effort, about capturing memories that are meant to last a lifetime. Now she's probably going to have to deal with legal action in what's supposed to be the first beautiful year of her marriage. Let this be a wake-up call for couples. Do your vendor research. Read reviews. Read Google reviews. Ask to see recent work. Get everything in writing. And for vendors, if you're struggling, take time off. Don't drag innocent people down with you. Alright loves, before I go, my must-see content for this week is a video I saw on TikTok. A girl asked people to drop the names of UK wedding vendors they would not recommend. And let me tell you, the comment section was packed. So for my UK brides, I'm leaving it on screen along with her TikTok handle. Honestly, take a look at the comment section. It's such a helpful resource to make sure that you don't fall into any nasty traps during your planning. And that's it from me for today. Have you ever had a nightmare experience with a wedding vendor? Please let me know in the comment sections. And guys, please like, comment, share, hit the notification button so you do not miss my next video. And guys, please subscribe. Till next time, guys. Bye.